Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will discuss about twin studies in this lecture. This topic is covered in the chapter, that is the chapter number 6, pedigree analysis and its applications. So in twin studies, another method that in addition to pedigree analysis, the geneticists they use to analyze genetics of human characteristics by studying the twins. So there are two types of the twins. One is monozygotic and another one is dizygotic. Dizygotic twins are these are also known as non-identical twins. When two separate eggs, they are fertilized by two different sperms, and they will produce genetically distinct zygotes. So these kinds of twins, they are known as dizygotic twins, and they will have around 50%, they have the chances that 50% of the genes will be common in both of them. The second one is monozygotic twins, and they are also known as identical twins. When a single egg is fertilized by a single sperm, but after fertilization they split in the early developmental stages into two separate embryos. So these kind of twins, they are known as monozygotic twins, and their genes will be 100% similar to each other. So another term is used, concordance. It is used to estimate the importance of genetic and environmental factors in producing different traits in twins. So what is concordant? Concordant means that presence of the same trait in both the twins. So the opposite to it is discordant, in which the presence of the trait, it is trait, not train. So only one member will have that trait, other pair of the twin will not have that, will not bear that trait. So concordance is the percentage of twin pairs that they are concordant for a trait. It means that they have the how many if the numbers of the twins, they are monozygotic twins, they are calculated, or the dizygotic twins. So then the percentage will be calculated that this trait is present at what is the percentage of this trait in the. So what is the concordance rate? It is the rate of probability that two people, they will share genes and they will develop same disease. So in monozygotic twin, the concordance percentage is generally higher than the percentage in dizygotic twins. So for example, for heart attack males, there is the percentage 39% of the chance that they will have, both of the twins, they will have this character. But in dizygotic twins, there is the percentage is 26%. So almost not more or less, it is half of the percentage which is expected in monozygotes. So heart attack rates in females will be 44% in both the twins, but in 14% of both the twins, there are chances that they will have heart attack. Similarly, 47% concordance is there in monozygotic twin, and half of it is 25%. Cancer is variable in both of them. It is around almost similar, 12 to 15%. And epilepsy, so around 59%. Concordance is there, chances are there that it will be present in both of the twins in monozygotes. So epilepsy, I have chances that in 59% of the monozygotes it will be present in both the twins. But there will be less than that, almost 3 times less than that will be 19%. Death from acute infection is almost similar, but the rheumatoid will have much higher, 5 times higher than percentage than in the dizygotic twins. And multiple sclerosis is also higher, 6 times higher than the percentage of dizygotic. So how the environmental factors they influence the twins. So if there is any discordance in monozygotic twins, if there are 2 twins and if the character is present in only one of the pairs, so in one of the pair, if this character is present, so it is not genetic, it is due to the environmental factors. How we can know this? We say that in monozygotic twins, they have the similarity of genes which is around 100%. So because of this 100% common genes in both of the pair, both of the individuals of the pair, so then we cannot say that this discordance or one trait which is present in one of the individual, one of the pair, but not present in another person. So this can be predicted that it may be due to the environmental factors. Or we can also say how we can know that environmental factor is involved in it. So if they have both the twins and the character, the trait is present in both of the twins, again we will say it is not a genetic, it is because of the environmental factors. How we can say that one? We know that 50% of the genes are common in both the twins. So this character, there are high chances that this character may not be due to genetic, it may be due to the environmental factors. So what will be the obesity chances in both of the twins? So Albert Stunkard and his colleagues obtained data from the medical reports of the soldiers from the American Army and Korean from the Korean Army, and they obtained the data about weight and about the height for each of the twins. And they studied 16,000 male twin pairs. Those twin pairs, they were born between 1917 and 1927, and they had served in US Armed Forces during World War II and the Korean War. Sorry, they were not Korean soldiers, they were US soldiers, but they fought the Korean War also. So second time they gathered the data when all these men, they were in their age of 40 to 50, almost they were retired, and they collected this data in 1967. What did it show? That it showed that there was 77% of variation in body weight at induction when they were selected in the army, and there was 84% variation in body weight at their middle ages in 1967. So they also some other geneticists, they studied mice, and they found that obesity in mice is because of the defect in the gene, and that gene actually encodes for the protein leptin. But nowadays we can see that genetic factor is not only the uh, hmm, factor or the reason for obesity. Our food habits, they have also been changed, and our physical activities are not that much, so we cannot say that only the gene is responsible for it. But at that time when they studied, so they found that there is the defect in the gene that is encoding the leptin protein. So another topic is about genetic counseling. Now this is now different from the twins topic. Genetic counseling is in fact the educational process, and that provides the information to the families and to the patients. What kind of information are provided to the families by the geneticists or by the medical doctors who are specialized in genetic diseases also. So they provide them information about genetic condition, their medical implications, and also that they can provide that what are the probabilities or chances that other family members, they may also have disease, or their children, they may have disease. And also they can provide information about reproductive options. So it also helps the families and the patients, those who are dealing with psychological and physical stress, and all these psychological and physical stress that are related to genetic condition. So then what are the reasons for seeking genetic counseling? It is important that we must seek genetic counseling, especially when a person he knows that there is some genetic disease in the family, like sickle cell anemia is there, all the diabetes also, the genetic disease. So a couple who has given birth to a child and the child has the genetic disease, or has birth defect, or has chromosomal abnormality, or it is it must be the couple must consult with the genetic counseling team, especially about their children, those who are mentally retarded, or those who have close relatives and they are mentally retarded, and the older woman who wants to give birth to uh, to produce children. So they can also they can also seek genetic counseling. And those husband and wife, those are closely related, especially when they have the cousin marriages and the marriages between first cousins. So those husband and wife, they should seek genetic counseling. Another case, a couple experiences difficulties achieving a successful pregnancy, or a pregnant woman is concerned about exposure to some chemical substances or drugs or viruses, for example, like if they are they are working in some labs, or they are working in some companies. So then they may have this concern that possibly their child may have defects. So those pregnant women, they can also seek genetic counseling. And the couple who needs assistance in specially interpreting the results of a prenatal or other tests. Prenatal means that before the birth of a child. Both parents, they should the couple, husband and wife, they should also seek genetic counseling when they know that they have the carriers. Though they will be normal, they will not have the disease, but they will know that they are carrier for any regressive genetic disease. Then genetic testings are done, especially as a newborn screening is done on infants, and heterozygote screening is done to identify carriers of recessive alleles. Pre-symptomatic testing is done on healthy people who are carriers. Ultrasonography to direct visualization of the fetus is possible through ultrasonography, or amniocentesis, where the sample of amniotic fluid is extracted from the pregnant woman in 16th week. Chorionic villus sampling, this is also known as CVS. Generally, this kind of test is done in 10th to 11th week of the pregnancy. Or maternal blood tests are carried out, or the fetal cell sorting is done, and prenatal genetic tests are done. Thank you very much.